Many people want to be more assertive at work, and you might be one of them. Perhaps you feel your perspectives are overlooked, or you struggle to get your opinions across to people, or you're frustrated that others seem to just steamroll through and always get their way. To address these challenges, we really need to break some misconceptions about assertiveness. Assertiveness is not something you're born with. Indeed, it's not a personality type or preference. Rather, assertiveness is a set of skills that any of us can develop and improve. A helpful way to think about assertiveness is to picture a line. At one end of the line is passive. If I'm being passive, it's 100% about them, the other person and their needs, wants and interests, and 0% about me, my needs, wants and interests. It's okay to be passive sometimes, particularly on issues that really matter to the other person but don't particularly matter to you. If it's genuinely not important to you, it's perfectly fine and even a great idea to allow the other person to get what they want. However, if you're being passive about things that really matter to you, then that can be a problem. At the other end of the line is aggressive. Here it's 0% about the other person and 100% about me, my needs, wants and interests. Again, sometimes it's perfectly appropriate to put your needs and wants first. There are issues where it's important to hold your ground. But if you're aggressive about every issue, even ones you don't care about, that's likely to limit your effectiveness and relationships. So, assertiveness isn't about being passive, and it's also not about being aggressive. Assertiveness also isn't about the midpoint on the line. It's not just 50% about them and 50% about you. That is compromise, not assertiveness. Instead, assertiveness is a type of conversation, one where my needs, wants and interests are 100% on the table, but so are the other person's needs, wants and interests. The best way to measure your assertiveness isn't by seeing whether you always get your way. That's really more a measure of aggressiveness. Instead, you can measure your effectiveness by whether the other person understands your perspective and why it's important to you, and also whether you understand their perspective and why it matters to them. We can then have a shared problem to work through. You can't always end up with a win-win solution right away. So here are a few quick tips for more assertive conversations. The first is to be clear about your needs, not just your wants. Sometimes what people present as what they want isn't the same as what they actually need. Second, write down your needs, interests and wants before a meeting, then make sure you share these during the meeting. Preparation really helps. Third, acknowledge where there is disagreement and your willingness to work with the other person towards a solution. If you found this helpful, check out our Boost Your Assertiveness course where we go into all of these themes in even greater detail. Have a fantastic week.